Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, soul placements, Holy Spirit, angel guides, spirit guides. What is the full moon? Super moon, first moon of the year, full moon for Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Yes, the full moon energy is still very much activated. So is the fire horse energy. Still the new year. What is this reading for Gemini? Something ends so that something new can begin. There's an ending. There's an ending. This is the last card in the tarot. One cycle ends, another begins. It could be friends, friendships, losing some and gaining others. Okay. Let me get some cards down before I get in trouble. Okay, Gemini. Tell me about some future energy here for Gem. Thank you. I love it. I love it. Right away I see the future is brighter. Gem. Okay. So this is all about something ending so something new can begin. It is both processes happening. There has to be an ending for this new beginning. One cycle closes and another completes. Okay. The World card. 21 could be a number of significance, but you open up with the Three of Cups. That's celebration, having fun, good emotions, good circle of friends, people who are supportive. This is usually friendships that are tested and tried. Yeah. So, and those who are tested and tried and don't pass, you are bringing those relationships to an ending. Maybe it's been a process over 2025. You just have been shrinking communication, not really being the one to initiate it. Of course, if they talk, you respond, but there's a love lost there. Something has been lost with the Knight of Cups. Lack of communication, not expressing what's really going on in their heart. Somebody does feel like the other wasn't supportive. They weren't there for them. So if a relationship came to an end, and you had a relationship with Gemini, and Gemini just stopped communicating, it's because they didn't feel the relationship was reciprocal. There was even give and take. Also, Gemini needed a little more excitement. I see by the middle of the month, you kind of get back to your talkative self. You're communicating much more open, assertive. Because the wolf is all about finding their tribe. Who's going to support them when they're hungry, when they're cold, and who are they going to support? Because it has to be reciprocal. So I feel if you've been there for somebody, but now you were able to see when it was their turn to be there for you, something was missing. You're definitely bringing that to an end. It's a little confusing. A little confusing how love can be a win and a loss. Yeah. But you've learned from this cycle, and I feel like the middle of the month, the middle of the month towards the end, going into the last week, you're feeling much better about yourself because you're realizing even though you may have lost the fight, you win the war. And why do I say that? Because you have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Sometimes Spirit shrinks our circle to provide room for what He's getting ready to send us. And I feel like that happens here. Like you lost that fight, but you've won the war. And also I know that's true because you got the Lovers here. You show up. And you being the Lovers, you know there's always a spiritual battle when it comes to love, because God is love, right? John 14. Yeah. John 4:16. Right. God is love. So that's why there's always a spiritual battle when it comes to love. But you're aware of this, Gemini, because you're the Lovers. Yeah. And you are ready to persevere for what you want. You're not one to stay involved in something if you don't really feel it, if you're not passionate about it. Yes, yes. I see it's tested. Some of you may have love with the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the Five of Swords, and the Devil. A Capricorn, another Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of Leo, Aries, Sag. What else Spirit does Gemini need to know under this full moon? Relationships. The wolf is out determining who is in their pack, in their tribe. Right. And whoever is not, it's like they eliminate communication. Like they make sure when they howl, they don't hear them. So they don't come near them. Right. Or you ignore it. You just don't pay attention to their howl. I guess you can tell. Three of Swords. That's that energy. Yeah, it bothers some of you. Some of the losses in relationships do bother you, Gemini. But you also reference back to when you needed them, they weren't there. There was something toxic. Five of Swords, they were competitive with you. Some of them had problems with showing their emotions and feelings. Like they just, no. Yeah, this year, like you're not letting any dust get under your feet. Not with this. After this Three of Swords, it's all about, first of all, you're very spiritual, letting Spirit take the wheel, expanding. You opened up with the new beginning. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about moving forward towards your destiny and your fate, aligning with the will of God. Are you kidding me? So when that happens, mysterious things begin to happen. Miracles even. The Ace of Pentacles. You definitely get blessed for letting go of the wheel. Sometimes we're pulling in the opposite direction. It takes courage and strength, though, to step into what you're destined and fated to do. Because some people don't agree with it. A lot of toxicity comes at it. That's why he shows up, because the Lovers is here. This is something that you love or someone that you love. Either way, that's part of your destiny and your fate. He doesn't want you to fulfill that. Are you kidding me? He doesn't want you to fulfill anything. And it's all about your wish fulfillment. That's what he's trying to block. But here, you got the Sun too. OMG. So you open up with the World. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Major Arcanas. Wow. Yeah, nobody can block destiny or fate. Try as you may, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. When we align with the will of God, nothing blocks that. Are you kidding? No. Because that's the reason we're here. God is like, Gemini's ready. Let's go. it's about paying attention to that small voice inside you, that intuitive voice. Let me tell you something, Gemini. The last love that you were with, it was totally unrequited. That's why the lovers appears here, because you experienced what it felt like not to be loved, not for it to be balanced. Maybe somebody expected more from you than they were willing to give. Yes, this is the lovers. You represent true love. You represent God's love, agape love. Yes, tell me more. I'm feeling this love. You're calling in your soulmate. This is about somebody new. Yes, there's this, because you were with unrequited love. That was a test. That was a lesson. That was to teach you that you deserve more. What are you doing? What are you doing? 11:22 on the clock. Okay, Spirit, what else? Ooh, you get your voice back. Spirit said, right. The throat chakra is very important. He wants you to start to communicate. Revealing more about yourself allows others to then open up their selves, and you get to learn more about each other. Yes, definitely where the past is concerned, whoever couldn't communicate, they're just definitely not aligned with you. I do see that you free yourself from that, and you like your freedom. You do. You like this fire horse. Yes, because you're not going to be tied down by something that makes you unhappy. Are you kidding me? No way. No way. Yeah, this is you freeing yourself, getting back in touch with you, feeling like yourself. The sun is shining. You're courageous, confident. You're the king or queen of wands in search of what you want. You're focused. And when the devil shows up, you've been there before. Now you're guarded. You know what to do. You're going to meet somebody through conversation. This is a brand new soulmate. I feel it. Tell me more. Gemini. Under this full moon, it's revealed that whatever's going on isn't enough to keep you. And then you are in pursuit of the desires of your heart. That's all to it. What else? Yeah, try as they may, and they do try. What is this? This is addictions, emotionally, sending you negative thoughts, repeating the same old patterns and behaviors. All of that comes at you to try and keep you, distract you from this true love, this new love that's coming in. But Spirit says you need to trust in the divine plan. I told you you had 7 major arcanas. You need to trust in the divine's plan at this time, because there's something about this time right now. It's divine planning. Regardless of what's happening externally, trust what you're feeling, what you know to be true. Whatever you have been going through, it has prepared you for long-term rewards. You've got some rewards coming in, some good things, blessings, choosing yourself, choosing not to settle, to believe and know that you deserve more, and then to be in pursuit of it. That's all about that fire horse taking action. Okay. Ooh, they're jumping out. What else? Okay. Fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, and I told you I felt a lot of wand action. Like you're not letting any dust under your feet. If you find that it's not a match, you continue to move on. You definitely are motivated by fire. Yeah, it's a risk to partner with somebody that you don't know. And love is a risk. That's why, and it requires us to open our heart and be vulnerable, not knowing the outcome. That's a risk. It could also, here you go. So it could be an air sign and a fire sign. It could be another air sign though. Somebody is really inspired by you, whoever this is, because you have the King and Queen of Wands. That's the fire sign coming into, yes, you are the air sign. You are like inspiration, because you know what, they love the way you can talk about anything to anyone. You inspire people with communication. You could read. Maybe that's a job for you. You could do audiobooks. Your voice. That's for some of you. It's very, it creates emotional bond. It's very alluring and fighting. Okay. What else? Tell me about this love coming in, Spirit. Tell me about this love. You're going to be very happy. Very happy. Okay, some of you may still have difficulty with the World card and ending. And I'm only saying that because Spirit says there's a deadline. Like, something doesn't last forever. Some of you need to know that. Maybe action should be taken immediately on something. For something, the clock is ticking, time's running out. Yeah. What else? Okay. Secrets. There's still something being hidden, Gemini, when it comes to love. That's why Spirit's saying you don't have forever. You can't hide stuff forever and expect, the years from now, the same situation is going to be available to you. Not when it comes to love. Okay. What's the intuitive message so that sensory awareness heighten? Well, under this super moon, full moon, new year, fire horse, everything is heightened at this moment. And so is your sensory awareness. But everything right at this moment is supporting your intuitive flow. So you are going to be given whatever messages or signs you need to move. And Spirit wants you to trust your path, because you have the wheel. You have like 6 major arcanas. Spirit shows up. He sends reinforcements to guide you, lead you. No matter the obstacles, follow your intuition. It will lead the way. Your intuition has already a GPS mapped for where you should be and at what time. Yeah, there is a deadline, right? When we are crossing paths with somebody else, it is at a specific time. Spirit always reminds me how difficult it is, because we all have free will, to get us to move at the same time. But I'll be, golly gosh Molly, your soulmate. They're already with you in spirit, around you. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Yes, believe that they're already with you in spirit. There's some type of telepathic energy. You feel them. And you know it's going to be perfect alignment. What? Spirit says just allow nature to take its course. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And Gemini, it's coming in. You saw it in the cards. So get ready. And until the next moon phase, namaste.